See you, this is the minister of an outgoing regime. The Buhari regime will be kicked out of power come 2019.
By your wish or by God's will?
By the wish of the people of Nigeria.
Those people?
The people of Nigeria. Are you? Your government has failed us.
Dreaming. You are a daydream.
It's not a dream.
You are a daydream.
It's the realization that you wake up to on February 15th.
What is your electoral?
My electoral what?
All right, that dude who's representing Buhari, he's calling this young man a dreamer. What he don't seem to realize, Mr. Buhari minister, before you begin your whatever your position is, was it not a dream? Was it not a thought? Was it not a desire? Or you just roll out of bed one day and you stumble and you find yourself in that position? It was probably a dream or a thought or emotion or a desire. Call it what you want, my friend. You got into that position by a thought, by a dream, by a desire. So don't stop somebody else from dreaming and for fulfilling the dream to become the next president of Nigeria to kick you out. This is a new generation, a new breed of African leader that God is raising up from the West. We're coming back. We will take that continent back from all you principalities who have ruled the continent and sucked the resources out and give it to the West for pennies on the dollars at the expense of the African people, and you and your family live a lavish lifestyle while the majority Africans suffer in poverty. You think God will continue to watch this wickedness to go on his watch, on his shift, and continue to remain silent without raising up a new breed that will confront and challenge you devils and bring you down? It's on somebody. You better wake up.
It brought you to power into
a politician.
No, sir.
Any other politician.
Nobody even heard about some of you in 2014 until.
No, because you are inconsequential political.
I am consequential because it was you came on power. Well, you came to power on my back.
Which back?
How can a current minister of President Buhari look at this young man who's a presidential candidate and call him inconsequential? Does he even realize the significance of his speech? That word he's saying, he's insulting everyone in this new generation that's coming up to confront him. You call him inconsequential because while he's confronting you and challenging you, use Africans leader with your arrogance. You have never been challenged. You have never had anybody to stand up to you and correct you and rebuke you because of your tradition and your culture. And some of Africa's tradition and culture is what's killing us. Oh, you have to respect the elders. Not every elders deserve to be respected if they haven't respected even the very dignity of human, the very dignity of humanity. They have not even respected something called the sanctity of life, of marriage, the humanity, the bare basic respect and dignity due to humanity. They have not even respected that. How do I know? The resources of Africa. How can a nation of Nigeria, an oil producing nation, be short of gasoline? Does that make sense? And you want to be respected? It's time for you elders in Africa to earn the respect of the new generation. If you want to be respected, you're going to have to treat us with some respect, because what a man sow, he will reap. You want to be respected? Go give some respect to people.
You invest more than me.
No. The investment we made in no.
Come and make noise.
No, it's not about noise. It's reality.
Just a noise maker.
Sir, this was the same way Jonathan people were sounding in 2014. The rest of it. That's what I'm saying.
What is your work?
We can't be cocky about this. You are going to find out. You are going to be shocked. You are going to be shocked 2019. No, sir.
You are a daydreamer.
The Nigeria of the future is for dreamers like me.
Yes.
It's going to be for dreamers like me.
Hold on a second.
Thank you.
Can I? We are aware that you came to.
Do you hear this crooked politician? Because the young man is challenging him and tell him that 2019 Buhari government will be of the past. And I think this young man named Sowore. Somebody help me pronounce his name. I just came across him today. So I like his spirit. I like his passion. I like his zeal. I've watched a few of his videos so far. I like what he is saying. And this crooked politician that's representing Buhari talking about, are you God? Are you God? Oh, now all of a sudden you know there's a God. When you guys are doing your crookedness, your crooked and evil and wickedness undercover, robbing the continent of Africa or your nation Nigeria of its natural resources, keeping the people in poverty. Look at the roads. You take money and go to Dubai on vacation. Have any of you gone to Dubai and come back and realize, why is Dubai developed? Why Dubai is an oil-rich nation and they're developed? How come Nigeria is an oil-rich nation and it's not developed? All those guys, the politician, the pastor, they go to Dubai for vacation. Have they stopped to wonder why is Dubai developed and we're not? And we have oil, Dubai have oil. Do they think the leaders in Africa, does any of them have brains, like basic common sense? Simple logic, do they have it? This young man was obviously brought up and raised in the West, in America. And it looks to me the solution of Africa's problem cannot be found in Africa at the moment. It'll be with the help of God moving on the heart of those in the diaspora. Those who have been privileged to be brought to America or born in the West and educated in the West. We are the one I believe God will use to shake Africa and turn it back from those evil principalities that have ruled all these years, who call themselves politicians and pastors. Because you cannot use the very mind that created the problems in Africa, which is those who are already there, including the leaders. You cannot use the same mind that created the problem to solve it. You need a different mindset. That's why those of us in the diaspora, we're going to have to begin to search our heart and seek God seriously and find out if it's time for us to go back to be one part of the solution of Africa's problem, as opposed to only always pointing fingers, blame shifting, because it's easy for us to sit back in the West and be comfortable. We have our electricity 24 hours, our plumbing, our internet, we comfort, we can go to the bed. I mean, we have nice paved roads, nice car, air condition. It's easy for us to sit back and point the finger at those crooked people in Africa. It's easy for us to blame shift, finger point. It's easy for us to criticize them. But how many of us are willing to go back and say, no, I can sit here behind my computer and type and post all I want to post, or I can get up and do something about it? What would it be? Please, I'm posing a challenge and a plea to all my brothers and sisters abroad. Join us to make Africa great. www.makeafricagreat.org. Join me. Come on, somebody join.
Become president.
What is motivating? What is inspiring you?
So
Like I
he's politically motivated.
No, it's not politically motivated.
The presidency is for people like you.
No, you see, that is part of the cockiness and arrogance of power we are talking about.
And start from being a councillor.
No.
Go and start from being a
You see,
councillor.
sir,
I've been a member of the House of Assembly once.
before you became minister, were you a councillor?
I was a commissioner to
No, sir. Well, before you became a minister, were you a councillor? You were a commissioner. So the natural progression for you would have been to go to the Federal House of Assembly then.
So having been commissioner for twice.
No. What I'm saying is that, sir.
Too small.
No, sir. I've been at this for 30 years.
How old are you?
47 years, sir. Yes, sir. 47 years of age. Maybe
a platform for millions like you to come and
I'm telling you that I am a giant. I'm a giant that is going to kick you out of power in 2019.
Amen. Amen. Young man, I agree with you. I'm going to put you on my prayer list. You have just prophesied and you have no clue what you just said. You have prophesied that you will take him down, and you will in Jesus' name. I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to continue to pray that God will raise up a breed of Africans, a breed of leaders, both political and spiritual leaders, economic leaders, that will rule Africa with fear and with trembling, with the fear of the Lord in the heart, and with the love for humanity and the fear of God, that will take back the continent of Africa from these principalities that are manifesting in the flesh as politicians and pastors that have robbed the continent of Africa for generations, for centuries, of her natural resources and sold it to the West for pennies on the dollar. For once in their lives, somebody is confronting them head on and they don't like it. Well, guess what? Buhari and the rest of you, as this young man have prophesied over his own life, so shall it be unto him. Now, 2019, there will be a regime change. There will be a governmental change. There will be a changing of the guard. There will be a changing of power. Like Lukoya said, power must change hands. Well, guess what? Power is going to change hands, because a new breed of African will rising up, and we will not take this no more. In Jesus' name, we're going to shake you up.
You're going to wake up on February 15th and you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked. Young people of Nigeria, 75% of them will see your back in 2019.
Yes.
Now, Sowore,
Yes, sir.
Publisher of Sowore Reporter.
Yes.
We were in town yesterday. I'm enjoying this conversation.
I love it too.
Even though today is not crossfire. Crossfire is tomorrow. Basically, will you just tell our listeners and millions, tuning as we speak, what is motivating Sowore, Publisher of Sowore Reporter? to want to rule this country? Because that's what we're hearing that you want to do.
Absolutely.
Why?
I have been around for 30 years fighting for the betterment of this country. First as a student union leader, and of course as a leader of a media movement that brought the government that is today into power. Because we reported consistently over time.
Since you were born,
Sir, I didn't.
You see the arrogance in power. The reporter asked the young man a question. That arrogant, pompous, and boastful idiot in the background who's speaking, I don't know who he is, some minister of Buhari. He's interrupting the young man's conversation. Give the young man a chance to speak. Your time will come for you to speak. Don't interrupt him and don't say it's rubbish. Listen with your crooked, blind mind. Listen, you're too ignorant. Listen, you will get kicked out. Watch it.
This is the paternalism of our politics. No, it's not rubbish, sir. You know, sir. This is the kind of arrogance, sir. Yes, and I will be president. No, it's not that I will be president. You see, no, I'm not from Ife, sir. I'm a Nigerian, and I'm going to be president. And you will lose the election next year. And you will go back to what you used to do before now. That's the truth.
You will lose the election. I'm backing you on my prayers, young man.
I'm not God. I'm a Nigerian like you.
Why that crooked politician keeps saying, "Are you God?" Now he knows there is a God. When a commissioner, a governor, a senator is paid what, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month in salary, and now he knows there's a God. What? Even senators in America don't even make that much a month. Some of these senators and governors in Nigeria and Africa make more than the president of the United States. Look up the salary of President Donald Trump. It's not even a secret. Look up the salary of senators and governors and presidents in America. Look up the salary. And these guys in nations in the continent of Africa that's so impoverished. And they are making $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in salary a month. When senators in Western world don't even make that much, it's embarrassing. Now we know where the wealth is going. A new breed of us coming up. You guys not going to shut us down. You're not going to stop us. So you have one or two choices. Step down or get taken out. That's it. Watch it.
No, sir. Were you not shocked that I'm 47 years old? Because you think I'm a small boy now? Of consistency? No, it is you people that are practicing divisive politics. You know that you have polarized this country since you came to power. Please let us go back on air. You know, don't let him escape. Let's go back on air. Let's bring our ideas. I guarantee you, we are going to lose this election next year, both in Oyo State and at the national level. Then you will know that I'm consequential.
You are not God.
It's not about God. No, it is you people that are playing God.
Thank you.
You are the ones saying that somebody is irrelevant. You are the ones saying that somebody is irrelevant in Nigeria.
The politician in the background keeps, his only defense is, you are not God. So now you know there is a God. Number one. Number two. This young man who God made in his image, you calling him inconsequential, but you're saying there's no God. I mean, you keep saying he's not God. So now you know there is a God. So God made all men in his image. So the image of God, you call the image of God inconsequential, but you keep saying he's not God. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like now all of a sudden there is a God. All of a sudden you're looking up to God to do what? God will kick you out and you're kind. Watch. All of your type will be kicked out.
The rubbish is coming to failure. You want to become president. President my food.
I started as a 21-year-old guy at the University of Lagos. Before you waited to 26. I started when I was 21 years old.
Radio like never before. He's also in live now, the publisher of Sarah Reporters Sowore. Good to have you once again.
Thank you. Thank you.
I just, you were talking about your quest to rule this country.
Yes.
People have also said your platform as informative in terms of investigative journalism that you are also known for. You have also raised the issue concerning the fact that people use your platform, use you to settle scores.
No, that's not correct.
you want to expatiate more on that?
We have always provided evidence. It's evidence-based reporting. You mentioned about the minister who was accused of a variety of things. The evidence was provided. He has not even responded to them. This was provided by one of his aides. Someone with you.
Did you contact me?
When we have evidence, sir, when we have evidence, there's no point wasting time. But I called you several times. But the same arrogance of power that you are displaying on here is no, you have not been humble today.
No, but you are.
By telling me that I'm inconsequential. No, by telling me that I'm inconsequential, you are rubbishing my generation by saying that I'm inconsequential.
So let me also ask you, Sowore, the quest by young Nigerians.
And calling me a dreamer.
Yeah, the quest by young Nigerians, this idea of not too young to run. Is it part of what's motivating you? Or
No. That's a sense of entitlement that I don't want us to work on. That you have to be given power simply because you are young. You have to take power because you are responsible, and you will be responsible for it. And that's why we are having a heated argument here. Right? I have been doing this for 30 years. By next year, it would have been 30 years. We were the ones that fought for the democracy that they are enjoying today.
You spoke about the fact that you publish once evidences are made available to you.
Yes.
Do you try to cross-check those facts?
Of course.
Do you cross-check? I can come to you and say, look, I have issue with...
But you see the evidence. You see the evidence. When we said the chief of army staff bought houses in Dubai, we provided the receipts. And showed that the colonel was depositing money in a bank in Lagos for a house he was buying in Dubai. When they said they were hiring illegally at the CBN, we provided the evidence and found out it's the children of people in government that were hiring into the CBN from the back door.
In terms of ethics of this business, oftentimes when evidences are provided, like you did mention, is it not also incumbent upon you as a publisher to get back to the affected party?
We do. Like I said, we do, but they don't react until they get into trouble. Yes. I have your telephone number. You know, I published. No, I called you. I did call. I sent you text messages even before now, but because you think I'm inconsequential, you ignored me.
Good for you, boy.
You do have my number because you actually send people to me to call me. Yes, because you don't want to use your phone number to call me. I will make. Mr. Karim called me. The guy, and he said it's beside you because you don't want to use your number to call me because you know all of you are being recorded.
Karim called you.
Yes, and he said you are next to him.
Karim called you only after you had published the rubbish.
And I didn't publish a rubbish about you.
Did.
No. I published facts about you. You have.
I consider also taking you to court.
Oh, I'll be happy. You know what fella said, Baba? Minister, you know what fella said? Say, take me to court, I will open book for you. Yes.
The final word.
I will provide yes.
The final word here is one of the points the minister raised here.
Yes.
In terms of the need for experience.
Yes.
The need for you to really have stuff on ground, right?
For mentoring also, he needs to be mentored.
No, not by you. What experience are we talking about? Experience in stealing, assassination. That's the kind of experience that destroyed this country. I don't want that kind of mentoring. I don't want that kind of experience. This country doesn't need that type of experience.
You know the electoral process in this country, highly monetized.
Yes.
If you want to become president,
yes,
you have to campaign 774 local governments.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
36 states, including Abuja.
Yes.
How much are what?
It's not going to be about money this time around. Money failed them in 2014. Jonathan had the biggest war chest, and he can testify to that. They are revealing them now. They were distributing money to traditional rulers in dollars. But could he buy them the presidency? Eventually, Buhari won supposedly based on his integrity.
Yes.
He was the poorest person, supposedly, to have won the presidency. He told us he would declare his assets. The man refused. Till today,
How you come here and tell that?
no, he never declared his asset. He did not present his public declaration of asset to the public as he promised. He only said that I have one land in Port Harcourt, I have one house in Abuja, but that document that he swore to, transparently, he refused to provide it today. It's not.
That's the problem with African leaders. So they will give so many promises when they're running for office. When they get into office, Documents that they signed with their name on it, they can't even back it up with proofs. Oh God, I thank God for raising up people like this to confront these guys and challenge them. It is time for power to change hands in Africa, all over the continent. It is time for a regime change. It is time for a new breed of leaders with integrity. Oh God, raise them up and bring them from all over the world, bring them back to Africa. We will take back that continent and we'll show these elders, this evil, wicked politician, old school. We're going to show them how you do government. We're going to show them how you run a nation.
Morality is bound by morality to live by his words.
I heard the voice of Sowore, the publisher of Sowore Reporter. Final word from here. On which platform are you hoping to rule this country?
It's going to be the strongest political coalition of all times. We are doing movement politics. The parties that are working and talking together will come out and will kick out the behemoths of APC and PDP, the people deceiving people, and the people I like to call all past criminals. You see that when they release their list, they remove Obani Koro's name. That's part of the hypocrisy we are talking about. They are fighting corruption, they are deodorizing their members and criminalizing people who are not members.
What do you make
Didn't Obani Koro carry 5 billion to go and rig election in it? Why is his name not on their looters list?
Yes, Sowore, the final thing from me. What do you make of the initiative by former president of this country, OBJ? The third force,
There's no third force anywhere. It's called the third fast.
Oh, he's a candidate of
No. I don't believe in Obasanjo. His third force or third fast is DOA, dead on arrival. He knows it. We are kicking all of them out.
Good.
Sweeping them into retirement.
Yes.
Some of them will go to jail.
Yes.
Some of them will return, and some of them will go to court.
Yes.
No. You will not be laughing by this time next year, sir.
Amen. Watch it.
I'm sorry. Yes.
Heaven is backing you up, young man.
It will be funny, and the whole world is hearing us. And I want to be on record that they will see to the removal of this deceptive government in 2019. By February 15. Okay? No, it's not. I'm not God, and you are not God too. Yes.
And I'm not playing God.
You are playing God by telling me that I'm inconsequential, by telling me that I cannot win elections simply because I'm not a money bag.
Test that in if
No, I'm not. You see, is a minister of my country that doesn't even know where I come from. I am not from Ife.
Where are you from?
I'm from Ondo State.
You are from Ondo State.
Yes. You don't even know where I come from.
Oh, how would I know if you were so?
And you are supposed to be the digital minister, analog thinking.
I must know the hometown of everybody who makes noise all of us.
No. If you don't want to know my hometown, you will find out on February 15, 2019.
If you are just joining us, we'll have a very healthy conversation. Yeah?
Yes.
Honorable Minister for Communication, Barrister Adebayo Shitu, and of course the publisher of the online medium, Sowore Reporters. Family, where do you see the future of news journalism as you see it, with your own experience via online publishing?
I give newspapers another 2 years. Physical newspapers, they will be dead. You will only find them in the museum. Right? News is going to become decentralized. It's going to become digitalized, and people who cannot innovate will be out of their jobs pretty soon. Because the radio station, as you used to have it here, will no longer be physical. People will be using small devices to transmit radio. And the biggest radio stations will not be the biggest building anywhere in Ibadan or Southwest or even in America. The world is innovating every day. Things are changing, and we must change with time. And that is why I am running. We have to innovate. Like I said yesterday, I have disrupted the media space. It is time to disrupt the political space.
Amen.
And you will find out on February 14th, 15th, 16th, and particularly on May 29, 2019. By that time, the minister will be called the former minister of the Federal Republic.
Come on, young man, I like your spirit. Kick them out.
For 2.5 years of
Doing nothing.
Doing nothing.
Yes, they haven't been able to finish Lagos Ibadan Highway for 3 years.
Look, you didn't complain when PDP chop the money.
No. You see, you don't. That's why I know that you don't know my history.
How it was when we.
No. That's why I say you don't know my past.
What's your past?
You know, my past is that I was the one who complained so bitterly about PDP.
One who does everything in this country.
No.
You are the air between Nigeria,
Of course, he knows. But you know, this is the problem. The moment you climb on the back of people to power, you forget them. You trample upon them. Suddenly you have forgotten Sahara reporters. We are inconsequential. No,
why inconsequential in the build up to the election?
I'm not trying to. If I wanted to be minister, I would have been minister before you, sir. With due respect. No. It's not about age now. You know,
you could have been a PDP minister.
No. I couldn't have been because I hated PDP with passion. You know that. I hated PDP with passion.
We have to bring this conversation to a close. It's been a wonderful fireworks. I think one of the best experiences that I've had here at Southwest Political Headquarters. That's what you get when you see a fairy minister and, of course, the popular Sahara reporter publisher. What do you get? Fireworks all through. Honorable Minister, on behalf of the chairman of Fresh FM and the entire minister, I must really thank you for always being there for us. And I want to believe this conversation between you and Sowore will continue. He is your brother, like Riley said.
It will continue after he has been defeated in 2000. He will come back to Swan to eat all the committees.
The conversation will continue in the courtroom where they will be facing prosecution. All of them will be prosecuted to the fullest heavy weight of the law.
Thanks so much for listening. Join me tomorrow.
This was an awesome and heated debate. I just discovered this young man, this Sowore. Please forgive me if I butcher his name. But look here, my prayer is behind you. My vote, of course I can't vote, I'm not Nigerian, right? I'm an African, period. So look here, my prayer, my support is behind you. We need a new change, a new breeze. We need something new in Africa. All these politicians all over Africa, they're just crooked. They're wicked, they're evil. They get in power on the backs of the poor, the young, the youth, the innocent, the ignorant. And then when they get it, they forget about you. A senator, a governor making $30,000 a month in salary when senators in U.S. don't even make that. Some of the senators in Africa make more than the president of the United States. And Africans not ready to wake up yet? What's wrong with us? Father, wake us up. Awaken us. And all those ignorant and dull Christians that will come to my page and tell me Christians should stay out of politics. You need to go back and read your Bible because that's a very ignorant and a stupid statement. It tells me you don't know about God or your Bible. Because I read in the Bible that God is the biggest and the greatest politician there is. How do I know that? The scripture said, it is he that raised up one king and he brings another down. That he rules over the affairs of nations. That he rules over the affairs of men. He rules over the kingdoms of nations. It is God that put people in office and take them down. So look here. I'm a politician just like my father God. And when Christians say don't be a politician or we should separate politics from religion, that is stupid. You cannot separate it too. Read the Bible. David was a king. Who is a king? Is he not a politician? And yet God considered him a man of God, a man after God's own heart. Solomon was a king, a politician, and a man of God, a worshiper. So much so he loved God that God gave him wisdom to rule over his kingdom. And I can go on throughout the Bible. So many great kings in the Bible that were kings, political leaders, governors, leaders of nations, and they were men of God. How come today they say you should be Christian, but you shouldn't mix politics? Then we say Christians should not get involved in politics, and then Satan take politics and put his people in power, and then when ungodly people get into a position of authority in political parties, and then they pass all kinds of laws that are offensive to you and your God, and then you want to complain, you want to murmur, you want to protest, you want to petition. What for? When you say you don't want to be in office, you say you don't want to have anything to do with politics, so Satan take politics for his people, and then you complain. What are you complaining for? It's time for you to wake up. Wake up, beloved. Wake up.